this place is grim. Oh man, we really need to clean this up. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome to House Flipper. What this game is it's basically car mechanic simulator but for houses. It's working in the very same way. Actually, Red Dot Games that made Car Mechanic Simulator has had a hand in this game as well. But this one deals with houses. So instead of buying a car at auction that's all rusty and you sort of clean it up, do all the nice body panels and do up the engine and stuff like that, you're doing the same thing, but you're basically buying a house, cleaning the house, painting the house, decorating the house, and then selling it off for profit. And I think unlike cars, where I think that's actually got quite a limited market, I think most people, you might have to tell me this in the comment section below, most people I'd say would have the dream of at least owning a house, and I think many people also have the dream of wanting to like join the property ladder, which is to like where you buy a house and you do it up and you sell it and you get a better house and you work your way up until you've got a really nice, amazing house that you can live in. And I have that dream too. And that's why this game is amazing, because I now get to sort of play that fantasy out, even though the house prices are a bit too much for me to do that in real life right now. And this is quite a fun game. I've been pumping quite a lot of time into this. I actually spent pretty much the entire afternoon, evening, and night one day last week playing this game, and I got a bit addicted to it. It's quite nice and casual. You can just sort of just sit back, relax, and do up a house. It's quite therapeutic. So this is the starter house that I'm currently in. This is basically the original office that you get given. As you can see in the bottom left, it says first office. It doesn't come like this. It's a complete tip when you first buy this, but I've done it up a little bit. I haven't made it super smart. It's just a cheap budget place. And if we just go over to our laptop, this is sort of like our base of operations here. Now, what you do at the start of this game is you do jobs for people. If we go to mail, currently I have no jobs. I've done them all. But in the archive, you can see that I've got a bunch of jobs here. I can actually go back and redo some of these jobs. So I might just do one or two, just to show you what they're all about. So actually, here's one. This is where you have to clean up some guy's garage. So basically, these jobs are like you're a cleaner or a plumber or an electrician or a painter, decorator, builder, all this sort of thing. And this one, they basically just want you to clear out the garage. So let's just give it a try. And then it plants you onto the plot with this person's house. In this case, it's actually just a plot with a garage in it. If we go around this side door, okay, yep, this is a complete tip. And as you can see, on the right, it tells us a bunch of tasks. What we could do, clean the window, clean dirt, remove trash. And so I guess we should probably start. Most of this trash, you basically just click on it and it gets rid of it. Oh dear, that was a bit off. There we go. Let's just pick all this up. And we can go around and click all this. And that's going to pick up all of these. Some of these actually wants me to pick up and move because that's actually a good set of tires. We don't want to get rid of those. So we just move that over to there. There we go. Same with this one. I wonder if we could put them on top of each other. No, we can't. Okay, that's a shame. And we have to go around anything that says click to dispose. We have to click it. And that is basically the mechanics for tidying up. It doesn't want to spend too much. This is basically just how to get rid of just large objects. Like we've got bin bags, we've got boxes here, all these old dirty boxes, crates, stuff like that. As you can see, we've also just got piles of paper and bits and stuff on the floor. And then, now that we've cleaned up just this part, in fact, we've got another couple of boxes there. There we go. That should be that whole part done up to there. So now, we can go ahead and we can get out our mop. We can actually go to here, and as you can see, there's the mop. It does actually start off with like a crappy mop, but I've actually been playing this for quite a while, so I'm quite spec'd up. And I can go around, and it usually takes a lot longer to do this, but because I've got all the stuff... I've been playing a lot, and I've upgraded all my mops and stuff. And I could do this nice and quickly. Go around, clean up all the dirt, and as you can see on the right, your progress starts to go up as you start cleaning things. And for this job at least, it's basically just that. We can go ahead, go around, collect all these things, and you basically have to keep doing it until you at least hit the minimum progress, or you can keep going to try and earn a bit of extra cash. In my case, I only need to get to 65%, but as you start, you have to get to, I think it's 70 or 75% you have to get done before you can move on. Right, so there's everything. We can actually pick stuff up and just put it to the side so it's not all scattered if we wanted. Again, that's actually just not part of it. You can just do whatever. And then also we have windows. We can clean the windows using a bit of a squeegee. There we go. Just go up and down the windows and it cleans it. Pretty simple. And the tasks also count for each room. So currently you can see that I've cleaned the window and I've got 96% trash and 93% dirt. There's still a little bit going on around here. There's actually an odd thing you can do with the car. You can hold the car and pick it up. I mean, let's not question that, but I just want to move that out the way. And yeah, okay, I can see where I missed some stuff. And there we go, that's 100% of that cleaned, and then we can get rid of that. And I think there's a couple more boxes. There's one there, and there's one up there that's quite hard to see. And there we go, that's all those tasks done. We've still got another room we need to do. I'm just going to get this up to the threshold, and then we can move on. So there we are, just do a bit of a basic clean up all these shelves, all that sort of stuff, and then we can hit enter. And there we go, we've earned $5,000 for that job. Oh, and there you go, there's a bit of what that original office looked like at the start. Okay, so I'll do one more of these so I can just show you an example of what this is all about. Let's just do the amaranth walls. Basically, this person wants me to paint one of their rooms in a couple of different colors and replace a broken electrical socket. Simple enough. So this place is actually pretty nice. Let's have a look around in this house. This is pretty fancy. So as you can see, in the current room, we don't have any tasks, but it does tell us in one of the other rooms we do. This one has mount devices. You can actually see in the top right, we've got a mini map. So we've got an electrical socket down here. There we go. Let's just fix this up. And as you can see, this is very much like Car Mechanic Simulator. We do that, and we're going to stick that in. Screw that. Basically just rewiring a plug socket. And that's those jobs done in that room. Now we just need to find the room where they want the custom colors. It's this one. Okay. They want it in Amaranth, Adventure, and Grey. So if we grab our tablet here. Oh, by the way, you can see, oh, I've got another upgrade available. For negotiations, I'll say I'm going to do some price negotiating. That's going to be better, more beneficial for me. Yeah, as you can see, we've got all these different things. Cleaning, I've got faster cleaning. I've got some better mops. I've got some better demolition stuff. All my painting is all specced up. My building specced up. And my handyman is completely specced up on tiling, plastering, and fitting. So we need to go down, and we need to go to the paints, and we want to find the Amaranth Adventure. There we go. So we're going to buy a pot of that. Pop that down on the floor. And they wanted it done in grey, so there's that one there. Pop that down on the floor. And this time instead of the mop, we're going to use our paint roller. And you just grab some paint. And you start painting. Like that, one at a time. But I've got an upgrade, so I can sort of just do this. And do it a lot quicker. And use a lot less paint. You actually have to load this up with paint a lot more at the start of this game. There we go, top it up with paint. I'm just going to pick like 2 opposing walls in these colors. The thing is, it doesn't really sort of challenge you to do it in any specific way. It sort of gives you the freedom to paint it as you like, so long as that you use both the colors that they ask for. So there we go. We can paint all around this window frame. Need to refill with paint. That should be that wall done all around the window. And then we go for some gray. And there we are. We can just go ahead and paint all that. God, this is so much quicker. Anyone that gets this game, who's watched this video and then you start playing this game, this bit is a lot slower at the start. But the thing is, you have to work up to it. Because, I mean, if you started being awesome, I mean, that's not great. You want a bit of progression or something in your game. So it actually feels good. When you work over time, you can get better skills at doing stuff. There we go. Look how quickly we can do that now. Okay, this is bugging me. This is at 99%, and I can't seem to find the bit of wall that I've missed. But we can finish anyway because we're way past the minimum. And then we've earned 1,200 quid. Lovely. So that covers the basics of doing jobs. And once you've got enough money, you can go to browser and you can buy houses. These ones I actually own. These are 2 that I've sold. That's how I've already made some money. And we've got all of these that we can purchase as well. So actually, I've already bought some. So I thought for this video, I can just try and do up this little burnt house here. Because it's all burnt out. It's all gross. Let's go to the house. So I bought it for £25,000. Let's see if we can make some money. Okay, and here we are in our absolutely demolished house at this point. This thing is awful, and the yard is terrible as well. Now, sadly, we can't do anything with the yard. I don't know whether this would just improve over time as we clean this place up, but the yard does look a bit burnt and stuff, and oh man, this is all horrible. We can dispose all of that. That's all burnt down. We can clean that. Why can't we get rid of this bit? There's some other stuff we can get rid of as well around here. And if we just go inside, we might need to use the flashlight for this because it's quite dark in here. Let's just close that. In fact, do any of these lights work? No. Okay, I don't think. No. Okay, the electricity is dead in here. And look at this. What a state this is. We've got the kitchen. The kitchen's gross. I don't know if there's any cockroaches or anything around here. Usually you can get cockroach infestations. This place is grim. Oh man, we really need to clean this up. Right, let's just start disposing of anything that I can get rid of. All of this, all the stuff on the floor. And as you can see as I'm doing this, on the left, these people are sort of like making comments and going up on, like, the people at the top are the ones that are basically most interested, and people at the bottom are ones that are not interested. You can keep them interested by doing stuff that appeals to them. So if we just go to buyers here, because I've already sold some houses, they already tell me like their likes and don't likes. So say that I wanted to sell this place to Giorgio, I can just make sure that I can fit things that he likes in there, like he doesn't want a kitchen. So that's actually not going to work for this place. This place has got a kitchen. But he wants places to put his clothes and wants places to be clean and stuff. Or actually not clean, apparently, according to that. So you can also give yourself a challenge of trying to sell to certain people. Oh my god, this place is absolutely disgusting. This is gross. Look at the floor. The whole thing is just burnt to a cinder. Right, here we go. Let's just get rid of all of this. And the other thing is, you can sell the stuff that's in your house that can't be disposed of. So I've got this right now. I can grab my sell gun and I can make £21 off that. There we go. I can make £12 off that. Obviously, people are now getting a bit upset because I've taken a bed out. But obviously, I will be putting a bed back in. And it seems odd that they would be upset that I got rid of that bed. As well as this. Let's get rid of that. What else do we have in here? These are all going to be... Let's just open the door. In fact, let's get rid of the door. The door's all burnt down. Let's just sell the door. We also have this. I can sell that for £7. Cabinet. Get rid of the back door. Oh, this is gross. Let's get rid of that. Some of this stuff is just to remove. I mean, you could sell like the cup for 41p and the plates. Sell all of this. Sell all these. Just so we can recoup some of our money back. This sell gun also deletes stuff as well. So you can just basically just click spam with this and get rid of everything and sell stuff whilst you're at it. There we go. We can make £2 off of our destroyed shower. And we'll get rid of our light fixtures as well. So that's pretty much cleaned the place out, I think. I guess we can just spam click around. We might find some more stuff to get rid of. There we go. There's a few more bits on the ground. Right, so I guess now we should start cleaning. And obviously, because I've got this high-spec mop, I can just go around super quick. And it's going to clean things up nicely. Let's just do the outside first. It's pretty dark out here. There is a day and night cycle. I've got it on real time at the moment. Ah, that's better. That's better. Now we can get rid of our flashlight. Yeah, that's a bit more daytime. So we can go ahead, clean all this up. Clean all the outside, because this place is disgusting right now. Clean the windows as well. We can actually do that from the inside, not the outside, so that's fine. Go around cleaning up all of the... I mean, if this was burnt down, you'd probably want to rebuild. But, I mean, in the case of this game, you just clean up all the burn marks. So, it's not exactly like real life, but it's fine. But the great thing about this game is just buying something that is just an absolute state like this and then doing it up. There's just a really nice feeling that you get once it's all nice and pretty and clean. It's really satisfying. There we go. We get rid of all of that on the ground and do all the inside now. This is... going to be nice once we... Oh, look at that. The ceiling is white underneath there, would you believe? And most of this is actually pretty grim still. We're going to have to paint the walls, obviously. There we go. So let's clean up all of the floor in here. I think this floor is actually completely burnt out anyway, but we can try and clean it up as much as possible. There we go, cleaning up all of this. And as you can see, as I'm cleaning, people are getting excited, moving up in the rankings now that it's nice and clean for them to live in. There we go. I'm just going to do a rough job, because as I start sort of painting and stuff, you can see where the rest of the dirt is, because, I mean, with this floor, you can't really see all of the dirt there. Okay, let's just get rid of some of the main parts of the dirt. And I mean, instantly, it just looks so much better in here. Just by cleaning up those small bits of dirt. There we go, people are getting excited now that I've actually gone around and cleaned around all the stuff. So let's just clean all the windows as well, whilst we're at it. Nice and simple, squeegee. Now, sadly, unlike when you do the missions where it tells you the percentage of the house that's clean, you don't get that with this. So I can't tell if I've missed a bit of dirt. You just sort of have to guess and hope that you spot it. Because finally, like, someone just says, finally, there is order. So I must have cleaned something just then for that to trigger. But I didn't really see it. There we go. Oh, look, some people think it's perfectly clean. So now, let's just get rid of that. That's gross. Is there any other sort of gross light fixtures? No. So, despite the fact this place has been burnt down, I don't think there's any plastering work that needs doing. It's mostly just painting and redecorating. Oh, look, there's a hob there. Oh, not a hob. There's an extractor fan and a light. Get rid of that. We've also got a few of these around here. Let's just see if we can assemble this. There we go. So we can put in all of the new plugs. Seems and they all burnt out in the fire. There we go. There's one done. There's a few more. You can see in the top right where things are supposed to be. Like there's one there. There wants to be a radiator here. Here should be a shower. This is plumbing for a toilet. There's plumbing for a sink here. Don't know if there's any towel rail thing in here? I don't think there is, actually. And again, they want radiators here and here, as well as all the plug sockets as well. So actually, what I want to do is I just want to paint this whole place white, because that's going to be a nice, simple color. Then we can go back afterwards and pick another color. So we'll just go for some white. I'll grab a couple of tins of that. Now, actually, there's one thing that I haven't shown you, which we can do. I don't think it's really going to benefit this house, because this is supposed to be a bedroom and this is the living room. I like that this house is all separated, but we can knock down walls and rebuild them. So actually, I'm just going to knock down this wall and rebuild it as it is, just so I can show you how to do both. So let's go for demolition, and there we go. We just start knocking it down, and there we go. As we start knocking more, they start to crumble, fall down. Actually, they're all being held in by gravity there. Oh, there they go. All down to the floor. Thankfully, we don't have to clean this up. It actually just automatically cleans that. And now we've just made that room so much bigger. How about that? Now, we could actually make this whole thing flow off, and we could just have like a top, a bit of a lintel going up the top here. So we just have it like that, and the game would treat it as two separate rooms, but we can have it nice and flowing. But in this case, I'm actually just going to build walls back in. So we can place a wall there. There we go. Now, normally this would actually come back as brick, but I've got the skill to make these come back as painted walls. So, oh, and I've built that wrong. But not to worry, because we can just demolish it again. Good fun. And there, we're going to place that in, and that should be enough for a door. I just need to put some lintels at the top. There we go. And also, because I've got the upgrade for this as well, I could do 3 at a time. There we go. And that's that wall back done. So for the rest of the walls, it's just going to be a case of me grabbing some paint and going mad. But just look at how bright this house looks now that we're just starting to paint all the walls. This is amazing at how bright it's suddenly become. If we look over here, this is sort of dark and horrible. And I'm not even playing this for like the profit and getting the bigger houses, to be honest. I just like the idea of getting these really crappy small houses that are all burnt and dirty and just making them nice and pretty. Especially when they're small, because it's a lot easier to deal with. Right, there's that little bit done. Right there, look at that. Look at how much cleaner that is. It's got a nice bit there we just missed as well. I think that wall section is all done. So actually, now that we've done this and we've fixed that, I guess we can go ahead and add a radiator in. So let's add that in, pop that down, and then to assemble, it's very much like Car Mechanic Simulator. We do that. Now, actually, if we back out at this point, we can make it flood water, because obviously we've not finished the job. Let's just go back and fix that. There we go. Pop that down. Everyone got a bit just not happy with the cleanliness just there, but we can go ahead and go to clean. And there we go. Mop it up. Good as new. So actually, next up, I should probably do the bathroom, seeing I want to show you each little bit. So let's just try some tiling. Let's go for some wall tiles. Let's pick something like ceramic wall tiles grey. So we could buy a pallet of those. It puts them on the ground. We'll buy a couple sets, actually. And then we just want to go to our tiling section. There we go, tiling and paneling. We want to pick one up. And then we go wall by wall, placing them down. We have to pick one up. Wall by wall, placing them down. Now, this is actually the fastest you can go. This is still a lot slower than painting. So I think I might just do one wall here, because this is really slow. Even though I've got super fast tiling, it should be a lot slower than this. There we go. Right, I'm just going to do this bit of wall. I'm going to sell the rest of the stuff that we got here. So you can actually sell what's remaining. There you go. And we'll paint the rest white. Seems we've got some buckets of white here. There we go. And instantly brightening up the place. There we go. Now, you can't actually see the progress of painting when you're on those tiles for some reason. But if you just keep painting, eventually they'll go white. Go and down that side. And that's the bathroom done, apart from the flooring. We need to do the floor. So we'll go for some floor tiles. Now, this is a lot easier to do. We'll just go for something basic. Ceramic grey tiles. That would look nice. And we can just place them down like that. There we go. That's much easier than doing the walls. Also, the other thing we can do is we can actually get rid of these awful looking yellow switches, and we can just go ahead and just find our own switches. So there we go. We can go for a standard or a modern light switch right there. I can place that down, and then we have our light switch, but we just need some lights in here as well. So let's just go ahead and plant some stuff in from the bathroom. So we want a sink. I want to go for this nice sink with cabinet right here. That goes in there. We have the toilet. I want to go for this one. Place that in. And then we have the mountable shower. Place that in. Also got a bit of a gross thing. We'll do that afterwards. Let's go for open. The door. Assemble. And now we just have to plumb the whole sink up. Again, just like our mechanic simulator. Put in all of the pipes. There we go. And then a bend and a stopper and a plug screw thing. That's the sink. Done. As well for the toilet. Pop some screws in the ground. Pop our cistern on with the top. This one's a lot easier to plumb in. Then we have the shower. We want to build the legs up because this is obviously just a fitted shower that's just built into the room. So for those of you who don't know, this is how most showers are actually built. They actually just stand up on these underneath. There we go. So we pop that down. And then we have our plug. Screw all that in. There's our plug top. Then we want to plumb it in. Place all this in. Then we've got all of our panels we've got to screw in. And all the knobs. And then we're going to screw in doors and hinges and stuff like that. And then we just need to put in those side bits there. Top. Do this. The showers are quite time consuming. And then we slide the bottom bit in. And hey presto. We now have a shower. Actually, I do regret this. Because as nice as it looks, I need to sell this. It's just too big when you consider that the toilet is in the corner. So I need to go for a normal sink, I think. So as for furnishing, let's just go ahead and let's just go for curtains. Not actually curtains, I want to go for blinds. Let's go for a nice closed blind, assuming it's a toilet. We place that in. We can assemble it. We'll place it on there. Just screw in each side. And pop that on. Job done. There we go. There's some blinds. And seems we've got a light switch, but no light. Let's just go ahead and stick some lights in here as well. Go for ceiling lamps. And I just want to go for some halogen lights. So I'll stick one there. And we want one lined up. I'll buy another one and place it down there. And now they just instantly link with the switch in the room. And they turn on. How about that? That's awesome. Now, actually, you can sell the house at any point. So now that we've done this bit, we could try and sell the house. But as we walk around, you can see that this room is just called room. As you can see, it says room 30 meters squared. This one just says room again. Oh, it's again 30 meters squared. Same size room, apparently. This one is, again, just considered a room. This one is considered a bathroom because we've placed bathroom things in it. So if we start placing kitchen things in here, it will know that this room is the kitchen. If we start placing sofas and stuff, it will know that this is the living room. And if we start placing beds and stuff, it will know that this is a bedroom. And the people that buy your houses don't want to buy empty shells. They want you to have, like, they want to know that this is the living room, this is the bathroom. So you do have to furnish stuff if you really want to make money and sell to people. Otherwise, you're probably not going to make much money. So actually, the last thing, seems like I think we've covered everything. We've done the radiator sort of stuff. We've got the blinds. We've got this. I basically just need to clean up all of this before we can furnish it, as well as doors and stuff. We can also paint the outside of this house because it does look a bit burnt. It doesn't look that great. So we can either paint it or we could actually just do wall panels. So you can see that we've got packs of panels here. We could do wood paneling. We can make it just nice and brick looking. Or we can go for these nice outside white panels. We've also got some wallpaper as well if you fancy wallpapering a room. But I just want to go for some packages of these. Now, this is going to be really time consuming, I have to admit. But we could go to tiling and paneling, grab one of these panels, and we can go and do the entirety of the house like this. But my God, would it take a while? It's a shame that you can't sort of pay a little bit of money to sort of like pass that off and just like tell someone that you want, like you can tell them, I want these walls done. You can sort of select all the walls and then say, I want it done in this paneling or this tiling or something like that. It's a shame we can't get other people to do that work for us, but I guess it wants us to do everything. But I'm going to sell that because I'm just going to paint the outside of this house like a nice modern grey or something. So again, this is going to be a lot quicker. You can see that we'll get instant progress this time. There we go. We've now just made more progress than we had with these two bits. In fact, let's just erase that progress and paint over them. Yeah, I think that's going to make the house look a lot nicer once it's finished in a nice modern dark grey. So actually, before I start showing you all of the furnishings, I guess I should just go ahead and paint the rest of the house. And so here we are with our finished house. Well, I say finished, I've done all of the insides and I've done all the floors. I've done all the plugs. One of the things is that these plugs are quite yellow and horrible. I've already replaced all the switches, which are all yellowed as well, with white ones. It's a shame we can't do the same with the plugs, but I've got everything in. We still got the bathroom as it was, but we now have switches, although we don't actually have anything that really works with them yet because we don't have any lights going on. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to basically just do basic decorations so that these rooms have uses. So I want this to be a bedroom. I want this to be a living room. I want this to be a kitchen. So we've got to start sticking some stuff in, but also I want to put some doors in because I guess that's pretty important for a house. There should be good. There we go. That's that door done, which we can shut, and I'll do the same for the rear. Sadly, there's no like rear door. You only get internal doors and knocker doors, so I'm just gonna use an internal door on the rear door, I guess. Let's just go with the knocker doors, I think. We could also have sliding doors, interestingly. Not sure they'd really work with this. I don't know, maybe I could knock this wall down and have... Oh, mind you, I can't knock this external wall down. Yeah, so that slider door only works for internal stuff. It would be really nice if I could just take this window out and just sort of redo this and just have like a patio door here. That would have been so much better. I could have a patio door there, knock that wall out, still have the separate living room and kitchen. But yeah, we don't really have that option. So I'll just go with a door with a knocker on the rear as well for reasons. And then I'm just going to do these simple ones. I'm just going to go for simple colours. So I'm going to bung that on for there. And do you know what? I will actually knock this bit of wall out and make this a bit more open plan. But I will put a door on this one. There we go. So there's a door on that. And let's just go ahead and demolish this bit of wall. Do that there. That there. And then we'll actually leave this bit because I want to separate the room anyway. And actually, because I want to have the kitchen stuff on here, I could have the kitchen stuff sort of hanging out, but I'm not really sure about that myself, so I'm actually just going to keep it like that. So we'll grab some paint. Actually, I might just do this wood floor throughout. I think that'd be a lot easier. So I'll go for some floor panel brown. And let's just finish that off along there. That bit there. That bit there, and that's that. And actually, no, that's a wrong coloured floor, isn't it? What have I done there? I want to go for dark, not brown. There we go. This should be the right one. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now it just flows a little bit nicer. And we'll paint off these extra bits. Going around, that bit there, that bit there. Get rid of this switch and also put another one in. So I'll stick that there. And then chuck my lintels up there so we can split the room off still. Because at the moment, you can see it now says room 20 meters squared. But we want to have this as a separate kitchen still, which is why we use the lintels. There we go. And now we've got our 6 meter room and our 13 meter room. There we go. So let's just get the bedroom over and done with. Let's just open this. And I just want to stick in a basic bed. Let's go for a nice classic double bed. We can change the color of the thing between lily and blue on this one. Some of them have different options. This one's got different wood options. White, wood cherry. Let's go for some nice wood cherry with roses or something like that as bedding. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's old-fashioned. That's horrible. Gold stripes. Nope. That's okay. It's just an old-fashioned bed, I guess. Let's try the double bed whammy. This one we can have with dark wood cherry again, and we'll go for the grey. Okay, that's pretty huge. This is a pretty small room, but let's just go for it. Big, massive bed in there. There you go. That's made some people happy. We'll stick a couple of things on the walls just to make things a little nicer. I've got some beta stuff, so why not? Let's show off. And a simple carpet. We'll go for cream, red, green, beige. Let's go for cream. Knock that down just to make it look a little bit more warm in here. And simple plants. I mean, I'm not going to go in and spend a lot of time with this. I could also add some bedside tables and stuff like that, but whatever. And we'll stick in some sort of light like this. Just a fancy modern looking light. We'll rotate it a little bit. There we go. And now, there we go. We have lights all the way around. Now, I could add curtains and stuff. You can get really detailed. I haven't played around with this much to really know how much that really affects the price. If you're going to get more money because you've added curtains and stuff versus how much you've paid for the curtains, everything else. I guess you just need to spend some time checking that out. But I'm just going to do basic ones. This now says that it's a bedroom. So all the people now treat it as a bedroom, and that's fine. Now, if they have any needs for bedrooms, they'll treat that when they go to the auction. So let's go down to sofas. Let's grab ourselves. This is actually a pretty small room. Let's go for pretty small sofa. I'm going to go for this one. That's a big 3-seater. I don't really want anything that big. In blue, yeah, that's a little bit smaller. We can have that. So we'll bung that there like that. I mean, this is definitely not perfect. This is a very small room to have as a living room. And then we'll go to tables, and I'm just going to pick a coffee table, something like this in, I don't know, wood cherry again. How does that look? Okay, it doesn't really match the floor, but do you know what? I'm not going to go for perfect style with this one. I wanted to have a TV on this, but I don't think that's going to work. Let's just stick a big TV on this. That's going to excite some people, but if logically, it doesn't really work because it's not really pointing at anything. But we've now made the game think this is a living room. It now says living room on the right, which is good. That's what we wanted. Now we just need to have the kitchen. Let's just go for this. Let's go for color. We'll keep it white. Door, we'll have grey. Let's try that. Okay, that's a corner cabinet that's not gonna... Oh, that just fits, actually. Okay, that works. Then we'll have this. Again, we want to have grey doors to match. By now, bung that in. And then we'll just get a little bit of extra space so that I can put on a hob or something. So again, pick that one with the grey. Bung that in. Will that let us... Why wouldn't that let us? Some of the positioning on this is kind of weird because it's actually set to now the top right of my looker. You know, the center of the screen. So that does make it quite awkward for positioning stuff. For some reason, though, it doesn't want to sit against the wall with everything else. It wants to sit forward. Okay. Okay, so let's try this. Let's just move this out the way. And let's move this out the way. And then we'll move this into the corner. Now, you can actually see that it does already note it as a small kitchen. So I guess we don't really need to go much further than that. But let's just add that sink into the corner. And we'll try and move... Oh, this is another corner one, isn't it? Let's get rid of that one. And we'll try and add this, and hopefully it will... there we go. It's actually worked this time. Just for some reason at this point in the wall, I think it's because that plug socket's there. Let's move to the... Ah, yeah. For some reason, it's colliding with the plug socket. It shouldn't really do that, I guess, but... Yeah, it now notes it as a small kitchen. So for auction purposes, that's fine. We've now got our small kitchen. We've got our bathroom. We've got our living room. We've got our bedroom. Now we can go to auction. I guess let's just add... I don't know if we need to add anything else to try sort of sway people. We've got someone on our list that wants to buy it, so let's hit enter. So we bought this house for £25,000. Let's just start the auction. There we go. So now it's going to run for all these people. They're going to give their offer, and then they're going to say what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, and then it will save it for next time. So now if I want to build something for Jack Tarrington, I can look at his profile and I'll see all of his comments, and then I'll know what sort of house he wants. See, we're going through. This guy here wanted more than one bathroom. This guy liked that there was only one bedroom. This one likes that there's a TV in the living room. He offered $38,000, which, if you look at the price, renovation costs, furniture bought, and then furniture sold, because obviously you have to pay to sell the furniture again afterwards, and the house sale, we now have a profit of £12,000. Now, we could actually negotiate that. Should we try and get a little bit more off him? What have we got? 12,480. Let's go for 3,600 and see what he says. That would sort of knock it up to 15. Let's see what he says. Oh, he says, okay. So now we've made 16,000. There we go. I actually did 1,000 more than I should have. My maths was off there. Accept offer. And there we go. Sold the house. And there we are. Back in our building again. In fact, actually, I do have another house. I'm just going to show you it. Let's just go over. This is another house that I've bought that I haven't worked on yet. And here we are. This is a house that I've bought. See, look, I haven't cleaned up anything yet. This place is an absolute mess. There's a little storage room here. We've also got, this is a kitchen. Go through. We've got the living room. Again, I'd probably like knock through this wall. We've also got a bathroom right here. And then we've got a bedroom. And then if we go through here, we have a garage. Lovely. Well, I'm not going to be doing that in this video. This video has already been way long enough. We've checked out a couple of missions and we've actually redone a house and sold it at auction. So there we are. If you guys are actually interested in seeing more of this, I know this is really way out of what we normally do on this channel. Just let me know in the comment section below. It'd be nice to know your thoughts and what you think about this sort of game. If this is really popular, then maybe I'll do another video. We'll have to see. But there we are. If you want me to answer questions for a Q&A, because actually, as I'm recording this, I'm recording stuff ready to go to China and Japan. So by the time you're watching this, I will be in Japan, probably. So if you want me to answer some Q&A questions when I get back, you can leave them in the comment section below, as always. And also, if you want to keep up to date with me on my trip in Japan and China, you can follow me on Instagram, _Figureight on Instagram, @Figureight on Twitter. And there we are. That's it. This one's actually quite a bit laggy. I guess it's where all the rubbish is. If we start cleaning up all the rubbish, it's going to be a little bit better because that's quite choppy right now. But there we are. I'm going to relax and do this later off camera because it's quite fun just to play with it. Well, there we go, guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.